appreciate it. I have been feeling a little bit unmotivated to do videos because, you know, it's really hard to get views and stuff, but you know what, I'm doing this because I love it. And yeah, hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I hope everybody had a great Christmas and a very good New Year's too. By the time this video goes up, it would have been New Year's Eve already, but hope everybody had a great festive season. Today we have a very exciting video and it's kind of different from what I usually do, but today we'll be comparing some of my high-end products to some of my more affordable budget products. I already know what I prefer, but I just thought I'd show you guys on camera. Please remember to like, subscribe and click the bell icons for notification every time I upload. So firstly, I've already clipped my hair back. I just want to explain, I have a variety of products. I obviously was in Spain and went to Sephora, so picked up a few things there and then picked up a few things over the last few weeks while I was here. So I have tested most of the things out. I mean, high-end, obviously you get what you pay for, they say, and the same with low-end, but I just like to compare both of them and show you my preferences and why I prefer these. So firstly, we're going to go in with some primer. So we're going to do one half of the face with high-end and one side of the face with low-end. So low-end budget or more affordable drugstore products. So for primer, on the high-end side, I'm going to use this MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. I've had this for quite a while, so I have used it before. It is not my favorite because it has a very strong scent and it smells like chemicals, and for me it does nothing to my skin. So let's go on and apply this. So I'm just going to use one little pump and I'm just going to spread it along the side of this side. So we're going to do all the high end on this side. I hope I remember. It is just kind of moisturizing. It doesn't really have a silicone-y feel. I don't really like silicone ones, but it usually is a lot better for filling your pores. It really smells like chemicals. I don't know if it's because it's old, but I'm pretty sure it smelled like that for a while. So this is what it looks like. So it's just added kind of a sheen on my face, like a glow. Next we're gonna move on to the lower end, I keep saying that, onto the budget side, and for this I've chosen the She Glam Birthday Skin. I really do like this one. It also doesn't add much to your skin, but it lays down a nice foundation for your foundation to sit on top. So it looks like that. I've showed you in a previous video. I'll link that video up here. The only thing I do not like about this is that it causes almost like a white cast on your face, like sunscreen would, but all in all, I found that my makeup actually lasts under it. It's not budge proof, but it definitely is more long wearing. So the difference between the two products is about £20. The MAC, let's change sides. The MAC one retails for £26 and the Birthday Skin retails for about £5 or £6. So £20 difference and not much difference in my skin. Moving on, we'll move into foundation. I only say foundation because the one for high-end I have is a skin tint, which is supposed to be hydrating and a natural finish, and my shade in this one is medium. So it is just a nude finish tinted moisturizer with SPF 15. And then my all-time favorite on the other side is the PS My Perfect Color Perfect Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage, also a natural finish. So that's why this has always been my favorite for a while. I'm almost out, but I absolutely love this. It's my go-to. So this is what we're going to be putting on the face now. So this is our high-end side. I think that's a bit much, but let's see. Color match is quite good, I'd say. We're just going to take a well, in the spirit of things, a more expensive brush, and we're just going to stipple that into the skin. So with skin tints, it doesn't give you much coverage, which is why I wanted it, and obviously it has SPF in it, and as you saw, I added quite a bit on my face. My issue with this product and why I don't prefer it is it's really, really fragranced. It smells like old lady makeup from back in the day. I don't know if you can see much of a difference between that side and this side. This side's just a bit more shiny, isn't it? So I'm going to add just a tiny bit more, just directly onto my brush, about that much. And I'm just going to try and build up the coverage just here on my face where I get most of my redness. It smells really, really strong, and I am quite reactive to fragrances, but like, you know, with this whole pandemic, if you would, you haven't really been able to try testers or anything, so it's been quite difficult to know that it's going to be this scented. So this is what it looks like up close. That is what that looks like on my skin. And this is nothing. I forgot to plug in my mic at that point, or press record on my mic, so the sound on that is not going to be as great. So I'm sorry, I'm honestly being ridiculous with all of this. But anyway, let's move on to the budget side. And for this, like I said, PS My Perfect, and I think, yeah, my shade in this is medium as well. There's not much left, so we're gonna have to squeeze some out of the tube. And again, I'm just gonna use a brush for this and apply it on this side. I think I took way too much. Okay, so over here we have a slight shine as well because it is a natural finish, but if you look carefully, it's covered up my redness a lot more. I don't even need to go in with a second coat. Over there you can still see some of my redness, and over here nothing. So I really, really do enjoy this. It does have a fragrance as well, but it's definitely not as strong. There's a slight color variation, but I don't know if you can see that on camera, but all in all, even my blemish over there, it's covered up so much more. I did obviously use two different brushes, so the finishes look quite similar on camera, but I definitely think this side is a lot more shiny. So the Bobbi Brown retails for 36 pounds, and the PS My Perfect My Perfect color retails for £2.50. So you let me know which one you prefer, but I definitely prefer this one. Next we're moving on to concealer. So for the concealer on the high end side, I have the Charlotte Tilbury, the Retoucher Concealer and Treat Stick, and then for the other side we have the She Glam concealer that I used in my She Glam video as well. I really do like this one. It's much lighter though than the foundation, but it just brightens up. So let's start again with the high end. So it has like a twisty top, and I'm just going to place it like where I usually would, and on some of these blemishes, and then down the smile lines. We're going to skip the nose because it's hard to separate that. And for this I'm going to use an actual beauty blender because this is the high-end side. So just, it blends out really nicely, like minimal effort, and it just does all the work for you. And all in all, like I forgot to tell you the shade, it is medium as well. Medium, most of my stuff is medium. So yeah, that's what that looks like. I don't think it particularly does anything, but this side I just find it's a bit more brightening. I'm just going to use my Brushworks Beauty Blender or sponge, and that we're just going to tap out. So this, I mean, it might just be the undertone, but this one has like more of a yellowy undertone, so it suits my skin a little bit better, and as you can see, it brightens up the under eye so much more. This one is just, it's too similar to foundation color I think, and then this one is much more brightened, but not too bright that it looks out of place. I just find this formula a bit more sticky. I think like the medium tone was too dark, which could be my fault for choosing the wrong color. So next I'm going to do some cream contour, and then we'll come back and move on to powders because I don't have a high-end cream contour. So I forgot to say the prices, and this one from Glam was £3 and the one from Charlotte Tilbury is 25. I know, shocking, can't believe I bought it, but I had to try it. So next we're going to move on to finishing powder, which is probably what sparked me to do this video. Everybody on TikTok and their grandma were raving about this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I have mine in the shade medium, and it apparently is amazing and everybody loves it. I beg to differ. So for me, my issue with this product is that after a couple of hours my natural oils come through and it just breaks down the makeup, obviously. So this just does nothing in the sense of keeping my oils at bay. And I'm just going to tap this under the eye, looking up so I don't crease anymore, and I'm just tapping that in. So especially in this area over here where I'm more porous like a sponge, I'll tap that on nicely, and as you can see it does help to minimize pores, but it doesn't actually airbrush or blow them. Honestly, I was expecting miracles from this product because everybody still on TikTok is raving about it as, you know, one of their best finds, but I guess everybody's just jumping on the Charlotte Tilbury train at the moment. Moving on is, this is so dirty, is the PS Blurred Out finishing powder. I really love this. It is my favorite product. I've said this a few times. It's only $3.50 and it really does what it says it does. I've heard that it has flashback, but I've worn it a few times and I haven't seen anything. So, and then again, looking up, we're going to set the eye and the rest of the face. Again, on this area, you can see, not sure if you can see as clearly as I can, but it definitely helps more with the pores. So like I said, the PS Blurred Out powder, which looks phenomenal, was only $3.50 and this one was at £35. Yeah, I don't feel like I can justify it, but I could almost do a full face for £35. So moving on, I just need to pop off camera and just add some powder bronzer on top of this, and then we'll move on to eyebrows. Okay, so for brows I do not have a high-end pencil or thing to fill it in with, so we're just going to be using some brow gel, and again I have a Charlotte Tilbury one. It's called Legendary Brows and my shade is dark brown. So it has this teeny tiny wand which I thought was amazing. It doesn't really smell like anything, but so I just comb through like this. It's tinted, like I said, dark brown, so I thought maybe I could use this on its own and just like brush through my brows, but it doesn't hold, and this is £17, so yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's just very messy, very messy. Then on the affordable side we have the Cbd Brow by Primark, and this was £1.50, and I mean I don't particularly like this either. The formula is also very wet and it doesn't hold my brows for a very long time. You'll see by the time we get to the end of the video my eyebrows would have fallen down. Next we're going to move on to eyes. So for this I have a little quad and it is the Vintage Vamp, and it is like a maroony quad. I don't really like these quads, to be honest. I don't know why I got it. They don't have any mattes, it's all shimmers, but we'll come up with something. And then I tried to find something similar to suit that because I have a couple other high-end palettes, but I just wasn't in the mood. I chose this palette by I Love Revolution. I haven't actually used it yet, so I don't know if this is fair, but they just had a lot of the same similar tones. don't know if you can hear me, but it had similar tones. I actually found this in Madrid on the sales rack, and I think it was €5 for all of these shades, so I'm really happy with it. It's 18 shades, so we're gonna do something basic on both eyes on either side with the same eyeshadow base and see which performs better. So eyes primed. What I think I'm going to do though is I'm just going to complete this eye first and then try to recreate it on this eye with the other palette. So let's do that. So because we don't have a massive selection, I'm going to start with this lighter one over here. It is called Enhance, I think. So we're going to take some of that and we're going to place this on the outer edge and just sweep it in towards the inner third of the eye. And then I'm just going to take a smaller detailing brush, and then we're going to dip into the darkest shade in the palette called Smoke, and that we're gonna place on the outer corner again, but right on like the edge of the eye. And I'm just going to darken up this outer corner, and then I'm doing a cut crease because I just know these shadows pop a lot more if you do just like that. So it's kind of white, so it's a nice flat surface. But so far, like I said, I'm not amazed by the palette. Like, it's meh. I've got better palettes, to be honest. The one I got from Shein is honestly my ride or die right now. It's okay. It's not the worst shadow, but it's definitely not the best. I have one that's a lot worse. So I'm just gonna let this dry and we'll come back and apply the shimmers. Okay, so for the shimmers, I'm actually just gonna use my finger. So I'm gonna pick up this gold one over here. It's also just so disappointing. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna place this in the center of the eye. I have tried it with a brush and it just doesn't pack a punch. There's a lot of fallout as well. I can feel it on my face. But you can't really layer up this glitter as much as you can other palettes that I have. And then I'm going to take a flat shader brush and we're gonna go in with this pink shade over here. It's like champagne-y pink. And we're gonna place that in the inner third, and again just brush that into the gold shade. Okay, so that is this eye complete. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not worth the money if you ask me personally. Yeah, this budget queen over here, just I think it's a waste when you can actually buy affordable makeup that works exactly the same. My opinion, but I really don't understand. I think a lot of people do buy products just for the name and the fame, but for me, honestly, I've had better and paid less. And then we'll start with this palette. So I'm going to use not exactly the same shades, but similar shades. There are a few. I think I'm going to start with the shade called Link over here. It's upside down, but it's called Link over there. So I'm just going to grab this shade called Link, like I said. It looks more red than maroon, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely a bit more red. But we'll see what we can do. This isn't dupe, so I'm just saying, I'm just comparing the quality of the makeup, so that's why it's not an exact science over here, but just a comparison in my opinion. So that blended out a lot easier, and I dipped in twice. Next I'm just going to take another fluffy brush and we're going to dip into the into the shade called Grilled over here. It's like a purpley maroony brown color. Tap that out, and again we're just going to place that in the outer corner. Just tapping that on for that maximum payoff again. And then, oh, this is a very, very pigmented. I really think that looks much better. The color's much more vibrant. Blendability is a lot better, and I really think I like this palette. I broke it, I dropped it the first day I got it, but that is a very nice. So I'm just going to cut the crease again and we'll come back and apply the shimmer. So for this I'm just going to use this gold over here called Banger. The palette is called Hot Dogs. I don't know if I said so, but it's called Hot Dogs. It's quite cute. Looks very pretty. Gold is much more gold than the other shadow is. But altogether, I really think I prefer this eye. So for the inner third of the eye, I'm going to go in with this Revolution Soph palette, the Extra Spice. And we're going to go in with this shade called Everyday right there. It has like a nice pinky undertone as well. Again, picking up a flat shader brush. I wanted something with like a pinky undertone, the same as the other side, so it matches. That seemed very, very similar. So this is the eyes complete. It's not an exact duplicate because the lighter shade in this has more of a red undertone, where this one is more of a purple undertone, but all in all it looks pretty good, I think, and similar. But I definitely do prefer this eye. The colors are more enhanced and a lot easier to blend. I don't know, it's just pigmented and it looks so pretty. I'm actually looking forward to using this palette again. So this palette retails for like 35 pounds, I think. And then, like I said, the hot dog palette I got was only £5. But I really do prefer this, way more worth your money and more versatile than this. 4 shades for that much money I think is ridiculous. But moving on to mascara, I've spoken about this before. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Honestly, I heard so much good things about it and I expected to be really impressed by it, but I'm not. And then I have the Sephora Size Up one. It's not Drugstore, but it is affordable. This was €5, this is 14. We'll just add some of this. Then on this side we have, like I said, the Sephora Size Up one, which is also quite volumizing, but it doesn't crack and break off into my contact lenses and doesn't make me have raccoon eyes. Next we'll move on to blush. So I'm a blush girl, I really love blush. So this is one of my favorite high-end blushes. I had to use it in this. I've been repurchasing this since 2017, I think. So it is my most loved blush. It is the mineralized blush called Lovejoy, and it's so pretty. Let's apply this first. I'm just grabbing a fluffy clean brush and up the cheeks like that. It's so pretty. I've loved it for ages, like I said. But then recently I got, my previous video, I got this Milani baked blush. This is, I think this retails for about 22 pounds, and then this one I think was £10 or 11 if you compare them. It's not a dupe, but it's not a dupe video, but if you look at them, so similar. This one's just more pink and this is more peachy, but so similar. So I'm just gonna take some of that and pop that on my cheek. This brush isn't dense enough, so I have to actually like build it up, which I don't think is a bad thing because I'm very heavy-handed. So I'm not absolutely disregarding this. I do love it. Like I said, I have repurchased it a few times, but this one I've just discovered and it is basically half the price and it's just as good. So yes. Next we'll move on. We're actually almost done. So for highlighter, I have the very popular Charlotte Tilbury one, Magic Star highlighter, and then I have my most used one, which is now broken, from MUA, called Shimmer Highlight Powder in Radiant Cashmere. So with this one, I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the Charlotte Tilbury. This one is a little bit hard still and like waxy. I'm gonna go in with the MUA one first and give it a good swirl. I think now that I've used a lot more makeup, I think my preferences are changing. I do still prefer like drugstore makeup just because it's so accessible and you can get a lot of variety of things, whereas with the high-end stuff it's like I have to save up just to get like 1 or 2 items. And then just taking another like small fluffy brush and going in with the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is so pretty. So with this again, I do prefer the high end. I'm not gonna lie, like if you look at it, it's very smooth. Let me try and zoom you in a bit more. It's very smooth and it just like melts in with the rest of your makeup, whereas this kind of sits topically, as you can see, very shimmery, very pretty, but it just is sitting on top of the skin. So I prefer the high end of that, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just going to spray my face with some setting spray and, well, face mist, and this is by Bobbi Brown as well as the face mist, and it is chamomile, green tea and cucumber extract. It smells so strong again, but I'm just going to spray this all over the face just to melt everything in. It's not a setting spray, so I can show you the powders compared to each other a bit later, but this is just to like moisten everything up again. So I do have lipsticks high end and budget wise, but I do not want to compare them, because for me, like, as long as a lipstick works, it works. I'm not too fussy about lipsticks, but I am just gonna pop some on. So this is our finished look. So let's zoom in to look at the high end side altogether. And this is the affordable side. Let me know which side you prefer in the comments, and if you like videos like this, I'll do a couple more. I'll buy some more products if you want to compare them, or just let me know what you like. But yeah, this is my opinion. I've been working on this video for a while, like over a month. I've just been collecting products and seeing the difference, because obviously everybody loves high-end stuff, and the packaging makes a big difference. Like, personally, I don't like this packaging. A big hot dog with a big sausage with stuff, it's not nice. It's not like sleek or anything like that. But the Charlotte Tilbury stuff, the Bobbi Brown, very plain, very simple, very appealing. But honestly, not all the products are worth the price, and this is why I started my channel, to show you that you don't need to break bank to get amazing products. Anyway guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Please, like I said, like, subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to try. I think my next video is going to be a full face of Essence, so that's more directed to my South Africans as well, because Essence is sold there and everywhere else in the world, so that will be great. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I have been feeling a little bit unmotivated to do videos, because you know, it's really hard to get views and stuff, but you know what, I'm doing this because I love it. And yeah, hope everybody had a good new year, and that's it from me. Bye everyone. Can you tell which side is high end and which side is budget?
No.
No, you're usually the one who can tell.
Turn.
This is one side.
Yeah. That side looks better.
Which side? This side. It's the cheap side, or the affordable side.
Thought it might be.
Yeah, you prefer the cheaper one, don't you?
I think it's better for your pores.
Yeah, I think so too. Happy?
Mm-hmm.